Today's video making adventure was a disaster. Nothing went well. I can't believe that truck started from the top of the building. Oh, it's so cold as shit in here. Well, today's video ended up being quite the disaster. I went to edit a video that me and Tyson from Workplay TV filmed like a long time ago now. I was super excited, and the card that I had it stored on now won't, like, the computer won't read it. I was not able to get it sorted out today, that's for sure. I had to start filming another video. That video ran a bit too long. Like, it's 2 in the morning now on the 5th, so the morning of the 5th. If I was to edit that, I'd be up till 4 or 5 o'clock. Don't want to waste too much of your guys' time. We're gonna jump straight into it. I decided tonight to do why you might not want an XLT. So I haven't seen any videos done on this, and it's funny because this probably won't get out past my 3,000 or 4,000 regular viewers, but I am in right now a 2020 King Ranch Ultimate. Gorgeous truck. I love this thing, like, too much. I have an unhealthy love for this truck. It's actually crazy. But before this, I had an F350, XLT F350, which I put over 210,000 kilometers on. It was an epic truck, the stuff that it did, but that's not what we're talking about. The trim level, this goes for F-150s, F-250s, all the way up to all the 50s. And it's not only me complaining about this, the F-Series XLTs are super, super uncomfortable. Like, a little anecdote, my own story with this. I ended up picking up the F350 a few years ago, right before Christmas. And I went to pick up a load. Stop it. I went to pick up a load, and the place closed, what was it, like Tibbs Eve, the day before Christmas Eve, and Google said they weren't closed then. And anyways, so that screwed me up. I ended up stuck in Montreal where I picked up the truck over Christmas, and I actually put 800 kilometers on this truck during that Christmas period. I mean, you can imagine me, 19 years old, excited as shit about this truck. And anyways, so I guess it was like a week later. We were playing pool, and I was in my buddy's basement. We were shooting pool, and I go to bend over the pool table, and my back just seizes, like big shooting pain. And that was the reason for it, because it had continued since then, and it was never a problem before. See, I also own an F250 XLT 2014, but they basically ruined the seats in the 2017 and up trucks. And I tell you now, that was an uncomfortable 210,000 kilometers. So yeah, I had a bad time overall with the seats. I put a gel cushion underneath my ass. That helped quite a bit, but then it started getting uncomfortable. Those seats, it's like they have too much lumbar support or something. It's just like jabbing you in the back, and they're all like it, 2017 and up. They ruin the seats. So unless you're just getting an F-Series truck to like go back and forth to work doing short haul stuff, don't do it, man. Don't do it. If you spend a lot of time in your truck, if you work out of your truck, you know, if you're doing a lot of kilometers in your truck, don't do it. You need a higher trim level. Even just the basic Lariat would get you by. And especially if you are spending a lot of time in that truck, the Lariat's worth it. On top of that, you have a better resale value. Resale is something a lot of people don't think of when they buy a truck. You know, in some cases, if you buy a brand new truck, a Ford Raptor, the really expensive, souped up F-150s, they can be a better deal over a long time than a regular XLT F-150 because of resale value. So you might get a lot more for a Lariat or a... I just saw some weird shit on the road there. But over the long term, you might get a lot more for that Lariat than you would a regular XLT. And that's something to really keep in mind. I developed like back issues from this truck. I mean, nothing long term, I'm pretty young, but it still sucked. It was still painful, and for a truck that I'm spending so much time in, it was not fun. It was not a good time. Wanted to mention that. I wanted to give forewarning because a test drive does not give you enough warning. Even if you were to drive it for a day, it's not enough warning. For some, like, I didn't notice how uncomfortable the seats were until 3 or 4 days in, and then after that my back hurt. And I mean, these are pavement roads that I was driving on. There's no reason that it should hurt like that. So Tyson also mentioned to me that he found his F350 XLT the exact same. Painful, uncomfortable, too much lumbar support, and as he was talking about it, I could imagine it in my head because I had dealt with it. It was just not fun. Which is really too bad considering how much these trucks cost. The old XLTs used to be super comfortable. Like, they used to have like sofas as seats, let alone the trucks from before 2000. So he's had trouble with it. I have a friend in Labrador who's also complained about the XLT seats. Actually upgraded his seats to Lariat seats. Took the XLT seats out and put Lariat seats in. That's also an option. But at that point, just spend the extra $3,000-$4,000, get the Lariat. You'll recuperate that on resell. So yeah, that's my take on the XLT. I just wanted to warn you guys about that. It was never really a video I wanted to make because it's hard to make it an entire video, but I still think it should be out there. And I really hope Ford stops this. I really hope they make the XLT as comfy as the rest of them, because that is a cruel sales tactic if you ask me. Like, that is a shitty thing to do, to try and sell higher trim level trucks. Then that's the only reason I could think of that they would ruin truck seats. So, wanted to make a little, hopefully it gets out. If your friends are looking at buying trucks, warn them. It's not necessarily like don't buy the XLT. It's just, if you care about comfort, if you're going to spend a lot of time in your truck, it's worth the extra bit of money to improve your health. Like, your back is very important, to improve your health in that regard, and just improve your overall enjoyment of the truck. So tell your friends. Hopefully this video gets more than a couple thousand views, but it probably won't. Either way, it's done. I said what I said. I regret nothing. So guys, that's going to be it for the XLT portion of the video. Now I'm just going to update you guys on basically what was going on. I saw some comments asking questions and everything. So someone asked if I'm living in Halifax. I'm in Halifax right now. Love this place. It's beautiful. There's like lots to do. There's lots of water, nice like parks and stuff. This is a great place, but no, I do not live here. My girlfriend's going to school here, and as you know, I run a transport company with these Power Strokes, so I am all over the place, and I am happy to be. It's cool that I get to enjoy everything all at once. So like, I'll be in Halifax, then I'll be in St. John's, central Newfoundland, and then I'll be in Labrador, all of Labrador, and really get to enjoy everything. So someone else asked about the F-250, which I mentioned in this video. That was in the shop for like the last 2 years, and kind of sucked, but we were just getting like simple stuff fixed, stuff that I couldn't fix myself. I broke the front axle for the not the axle, but the drive shaft for the front wheel drive on the 4-wheel drive truck, and didn't really want or know how to replace that myself. I know it's U-joints, I could probably figure it out, but they said it needed a couple things. Speed sensor also broke off. It's not the truck's fault. It was frozen with ice, like blocks of ice around the axle, and eventually I just hit a bump and it wrecked the wire loose. Just stuff like that. The truck's definitely going to be a project. It's definitely needs some more stuff, and I want to do some upgrades to it. But yes, that is still part of the channel. That is still part of everything. My father's truck broke down right now, so he's using that one up in Goose Bay. But yeah, when I go to Goose Bay, that's going to be there. And since we're vlogging every day before Christmas, you guys have no choice but to see the F250. Super excited about that. I really missed that turbo sound. It's so good. Aside from that, that's Halifax, that's the truck. And yeah, a little chat about last video. So everyone was saying, oh, he saw you coming, you know, you're a dumbass. Those kinds of comments. You know, I'm young. I'm 23 right now, I think. And yeah, definitely 23. So I'm 23 right now, and I don't know a damn thing. Like, in the grand scheme of things, I have no idea. I'm so naive to everything. And every lesson that I learn, everything I'm learning in the world of money, transactions, trades, business, everything, I'm learning the hard way. So luckily, I mean, I didn't lose too much on that deal. It's not like I did a special trip to bring that truck in, and shouldn't have sent him any money. But I mean, I've lost more money than that, you know, without selling a truck. And either way, I'm glad that truck's gone, because God, I hated that thing. It was just such a piece of shit. So many issues, and that's just a part of my, like, life, I guess, chapter that's closed. However, I wanted to share it with you guys, not to complain, not to vent. I personally, like, don't give a shit about venting, or like nobody cares. Nobody cares about your problems, let's be real. You know, even your closest people, if they have nothing to do with the project, with the subject, they don't really care. At the very most, they're just happy to support you. So no, I'm not there to complain. I literally want to educate everyone that's possible about, you know, like, don't lose thousands of dollars because you just don't know what you're doing. So I know a lot of young people watch my videos. A lot of people that are still in high school, for example. Comment down below if you're still in school. Love you guys. I used to watch YouTube videos in math class and that, and they said I would never make money off YouTube. And yeah, so I used to be just like you guys, and I want to hear from you guys down in the comments if you're still here. So I just want to tell people, spread this information. That's what I do on this YouTube channel. That's always what I've done. There's no hiding my mistakes. There's no trying to make myself sound like I know what I'm doing. I want this to be realistic, and realistic is, I'm really good at losing money. I'm really good at making mistakes, but hopefully, I'm hoping that I'm really good at learning from them. And that's the most important part. You can make mistakes. It's only when you make the same mistake the second time that you're a real dumbass. But I mean, it happens. People need to learn the same lesson 3 or 4 times. But as long as you eventually learn that lesson and move on, then, I mean, who cares? Everyone has their own speed. So that was a mistake I made. Several mistakes at once. I will make plenty more mistakes in the future, but hopefully there'll be fewer and fewer, and I'll just get better and better at life in general overall. So guys, thanks for coming along. I uploaded a pretty good video yesterday, so you guys can shush about this, like, one take wonder thing. Paddle shifters. I'm gonna be shipping those out next week, and I want everyone to email the email in the description, callanpool@yahoo.ca, it's my name, and Danger_Industries is the Instagram if you want to see cool photos of trucks and shit. Don't forget, okay, tomorrow, and likely when you're watching this today, there is a awesome video I'm premiering. I want to watch it with you guys, 10 p.m. Atlantic time. So you'll be able to chat with me, ask questions, and we'll be able to watch it together. This is going to be like a huge, crazy load. I want all of you guys to be there, and yeah, I want this to be something like we do together. I've never done a premiere before, so I'm really excited about it. I want to share that with you guys and show up on time, be there, be square, and it will be a proper good time. That skitter video is going to be awesome, by the way. I spent a long time editing it. Should be entertaining. This truck overheated hauling that damn thing up a hill. That was intense. Just stupid heavy, stupid wide, stupid tall, just a huge machine on this little truck, pushed it to its limits, and then the customer couldn't even pay. So I want you guys to see how I dealt with that, and let me know what you think. And hopefully it's the last time I have to do something that crazy, because that was not even fun. Guys, thanks for coming on a little drive with me. We're pulling up back home now. Subscribe. I want to get to 50K. You guys have a good day.